Hey guys, welcome back to another exciting episode of Is It Wrong? For decades and decades, musicians, singers, instrumentalists have considered and thought that soundmen were magicians. We are not. They expect us to make you sound good all the time. We do our best, but I don't know. So welcome to Is It Wrong? And Chronicles of the Church Soundman. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Great.
Sound good? Good? Everybody good?
Everybody good. Good.
Good deal, man. Good deal. We're missing one person. Hopefully he'll make it. But anyways. So guys, I want to just talk about some funny stuff that has happened in church. I've had a lot of it happen to me, as I'm sure all you guys have in some of the conversations we've had. I just want to have a good time tonight. Anything anybody want to start out with?
Well, last week you called me Sunday morning having a problem with your board.
Yes.
We got started on our service. All our in-ear monitors go through our church router.
Yeah.
Right at the beginning of service, first song starts, our router went down and everybody's in-ear monitors went down all at once, right at the very beginning of the first song.
Wow. Not good.
It was a day for problems. And, what do? You soldier on through, you keep playing, you do the best you can. And my saying is, and you're going to all agree, God's going to work if he wants to, in spite of us.
There you go.
Absolutely.
There you go. You know, what's funny is, anybody use tracks? Or is
Yes.
We do. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So we had this weird thing happen to us recently where the iPad that she keeps all the tracks on, the battery they had it plugged in, but for some reason it didn't charge all the way. So she unplugged it, went and charged it. We came back, 3 or 4 minutes before service starts, plugs it all in, starts it. And for some reason it changed the key. So they hit play and the tracks are in one key and the rest of the band and everybody else is in another key. And it's like, what's wrong? Something's wrong. Hey, we got a bunch of people walking. Ralph Ventrella here. Trissy Farah, my wife, my baby girl. Hoo-hoo. Ralph says, hey, guys.
Hey, Ralph.
The head, hack, bag, head, and louder. Every time you're on every time. Every time I go to say that, I'm like, my battery,
I got a story. All right. So last summer, during service, pastor was just on fire with the sermon and everything, right? And then out of nowhere, the power went out. It got pitch dark in there and everything. They had to open the doors to let the light from outside in. And pastor, he didn't let that stop him. He just kept delivering the sermon, and luckily we all were still able to hear him. But like, he put the microphone down and he made a joke. He's like, okay, who didn't pay the electric bill, and all that. But it was one of the weirdest things. And then we've had other stuff. Being around music and stuff, I noticed, like, I think a few weeks ago, the bass was way too loud. And we have this bowl in the back of the sanctuary that we keep earplugs in. And it says, hey, and it says, we like loud. If the music's too loud for you, take some earplugs. They're free, But man, and we've had complaints before from the neighbors around the church saying that we're too loud.
Wow. Wait. From the neighbors around the church?
Yeah. People have said y'all are too loud. So what we had to do was the guy that does sound, he's got this decibel app on his phone. He keeps track of the decibels going on in the church so that we're not too loud. But man,
I'm sorry, man. That to me is
Well, sometimes
you guys all do that. You guys all do that in your church?
Well, yeah. At my place, we play our pretty loud. That's what my pastor will pretty much say to everybody coming in. He goes. We try to keep it civil in here, but that sound man that's behind there, he just seems to be bringing up the volume every song that comes up a little bit more and more and more. So, but I agree with you. Like, there's people that are sensitive to the sound, and I try to be nice with it, but it's like a certain song deserves a certain size of volume, you know. So I'm
Absolutely.
like,
Oh
especially
yeah.
if you're trying to get that impact of that song out there to people, you know. So.
Part
Yeah,
of
right.
being a good church sound man is doing your very best to be in tune with the mood and
Yeah.
what's going on, and knowing when you can go ahead and let it crank, and when it's time to dial it back a notch, because the last thing you want to do is be a hindrance or a distraction to somebody.
Yeah. No,
It's
I
just
agree.
It's usually the older people in my church that will kind of have that tendency. It's just a little too loud. The younger people, they're used to playing it loud. You know, in our old, I mean, us being old guys too, I always say the same thing. Is like, you know, if it's too loud, you're too old. You know, that's the way.
Yeah, I got all these.
We got some old people that go to my church, so
Me too. Dude. We got all the old ladies in the front row doing this. Ah!
la 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 la. Yeah.
I cannot hear you. La, la, la. Oh man, let's see. What did he say here? Tom said for front of house engineers, who is now a production designer at a multi-site church. I was also an owner of a Gray Dot in the 90s and VP of sales at Rugged. Oh, nice, bro.
Yeah,
Right
cool.
on. Very cool.
Nice. Let's see here. He also said, phone decibel apps suck. They are not calibrated. And that is so true.
Yeah.
Hey, Psych is in the comments wanting to know, how do you get on this thing?
Psych, I sent you a link. All you got to do is click on it, baby.
There you go.
So, and
Hey,
I
Ray,
just sent
I
you a
had to
message.
give you $100. What is that? What's up with that?
Say that again?
I had to give you $100 to get all that information.
Well, Ernie, I'm sorry. That $100. All right. So I'm going to tell you, the $100 is because I have a friend of mine who's really, really trying to get to immortal. He's like, dude, can you help me, brother? Y'all,
All right, I'll go better now.
y'all know who that is?
Yeah.
You know who that is?
That was Ralph, wasn't it?
That was Ralph.
Yeah. Hey, we know that Ralph's watching. So Ralph, you need to one up that picture, dude. You need to go stand out on a street corner with that sign.
You know what? Don't tempt him. Ralph will do it.
Oh, I know he would do it. I know he would do it.
Oh my god.
Ralph. Psych, the link is in Messenger, bro. It's in Messenger on Facebook. If you don't know what Facebook is, it's a book with a face on it. Facebook. Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Anyway,
It's that place where you're not allowed to have an opinion.
Bro, my wife is doing this painting for a patriotic thing. It's like a flag with clouds, and it's a really cool thing. And baby, we'll let you name it patriotic, right? Yeah. She went on Facebook to post it as a patriotic flag thing, and Facebook would not let her, put the word patriotic.
What?
It kept bumping her out.
Wow.
That's lame, dude.
Bro, but you can say other crazy crap, and
Oh yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. Where'd you get this shirt at, Terry?
That's a good one. I like
It was Amazon, I guess. Yeah. I didn't have a band that day, so I thought that's just as good.
Yeah, I'm a sound guy, not a magician. Although, like I said, they think we are magicians.
Yeah.
Terry, we were talking earlier about another funny thing that
Larry says, "Can I get more monitor, please?"
Yeah. Hey, I would give you more monitor, but you know where our sound man is right now?
Dead on the crap.
He's in the privy. He's in the prepper. Oh,
right in there. You've been in there for 3 hours.
Oh man. Hey, what? Hold on. Somebody did. Hang on a second here. Ralph said, "It's an awesome shirt." Yes, it is. Yes, it is. He said he's got no in-ears. Oh, he has got no ears. I used to date a girl with no ears once. Anyways,
How'd she hold her glasses up?
I just crushed my in-ears into my ears. Should not have done that. That was not planned. The pastor's wife didn't like us using effects on her mic, but she didn't know the reverb made her sound better. Okay, true story. True story. Alyssa, if you're watching, I love you. You're the best worship leader I know. She hates delay, our worship leader in church. Hates delay. I put reverb on there and she likes it. She hates delay. So I like messing with her and I'll put it on all the time and stuff, and she won't have it. She's just like,
delay can mess you up, though.
The delay what?
I said delay can really mess you up, though.
Well, it can if it's too much or too heavy or you know, whatever. My biggest thing in church was one day when we were my band. My son's a drummer in our church band. Our pastor was doing this thing and he called on me and I'm just like,
and then you have Ray in the back. Hello. So if you do what, and you're like, is that Ted Nugent? Yes.
I was supposed to be singing right there. So then he does it again and I sing and this is what happens.
Get it right. Here I come again now, baby. Tell the street I'm a gambler now, baby. Now I'm smoking for
I didn't know they were going to stop.
At least you do the lyrics going forward, man. That's all that matters.
Nice.
I know, right? Oh, man. Ernie, you got anything funny happen to you in church?
What's that?
Anything funny happen to you in church?
Well, it wasn't necessarily my church. It was I had went over to my wife found
Agreed.
a couple a while back, and anyways, we were invited to this other church. So we went to the other church. They didn't really have a sound man there, and you know, the first night that we went, we were just sitting there participating, and I'm just like, all I could do is cringe because I'm like hearing everything sounding just so horrible. So I finally talked to the pastor that at the end of this, like, hey, I do sound at my church. You think there's anything I could do to help? He's, oh yeah, we could really use your help doing it. So I get inside there, I get on their stuff, totally different setup than everything that we have. Then so I go, I'm rewiring the whole setup, right? Well, what I didn't know, there was one of the ladies that is, I guess, part of the lead singers. She was not there when this was all happening. And how they had things set up is they had their house mains were being used for your floor monitor. So she was used to having that speaker just pouring sound.
Oh, yeah.
So anyways, the thing of it was when she got there and started singing, she couldn't hear herself, but she kept looking at me and like, you know, and I'm looking at the pastor because I explained to him, I'm like, dude, I go, I can't. If you want more volume, I can't because it's going to overpower everything that's up there that we did. And so we spent like 4 hours setting up everything to get a better sound out of it. But come to find out later on that the husband that ran the sound, he took everything out, put everything back the way it was, just so she could have her sound.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I give up.
Spoiled, man. Spoiled. Hey guys, Psych just joined us. Give it a
Hey, what's happening, man?
Is that really you or is that a
Finally.
poster? He's not moving. It ain't really him. He's like,
I'm just a poster. Hey, can you hear
can't
me?
hear you, bro. Wait, talk.
Uh-oh. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you. Something, but I'm getting the
Hello.
delay.
I hear this
Okay.
weird sound in the
Yeah,
background.
it's weird, man. It looked like your
Yeah.
mouth was moving.
You guys hear a weird sound in the background?
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, like background noise or something.
Like it's all garbly. Yeah, hold on.
Maybe. Half time, in time, or double time. That's right, bro.
Hammer time.
Kind of like a Japanese science fiction movie.
Yeah,
That's it. Ross said, and delay has to be in sync with the beat. Indeed, it does, bro.
Yes.
Good to see you, Ross. Good to see
One
you,
more
buddy.
time.
I can tell y'all some stories. about
Okay,
that.
let's try that.
No, I still hear something.
Okay, do you hear any funky noises now? Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Check one.
Yeah, no, I hear something.
It all got awkwardly silent there for a moment.
Because everybody was
Okay.
trying to.
That's because we're waiting
Wow.
patiently.
Hello. Patiently waiting.
Oh man.
Hello.
Hello to everyone who is also joining us live. I think there's like 15 people watching right now. Hello. How are you guys doing? If you just jumped on, we're
16 now. 16.
doing Chronicles of the Church Soundman. Psych, you got any good stories you want to share?
Gosh, where do we start?
You do sound at your church.
I
Yeah, he uses
Yeah.
the same kind of
no, I'm just hanging out.
yeah.
No, we're kind of new to this church. Well, I guess it's been a couple of years, and we started and kind of like I just want to chill at this church, not be involved, just kind of plug in and just get fed the word, and grow. And I guess the sound man at the church, they went on vacation. And he's like, hey, can you help, run sound while they're gone? And I'm like, yeah, sure.
He's like, yeah, sure.
And get back. Yeah, sure. No problem. And get back there and start, tweaking and it's like, oh, okay, this is kind of fun. And I'm not a sound man. I've always been lead singer, whatever. And so this is kind of weird getting behind the scenes. And so the actual sound man comes back and he's like, oh, we're ready to hang it up, and seems like you're doing an okay job. And so I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm
So you're
officially
the
the sound guy. And so the pastor is like, oh, okay, I guess I made it sound better, I guess. And he's like, well, let's get all new stuff and let's invest in this. And so it was an old analog board, and he wants to get all digital and all brand new.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I don't know anything about this. So we had to learn. We had like 3 months to learn this whole new system,
But you handled it, right? You handled it?
So right, it
I
keeps
said,
like
you handled
flashing
it?
on and off. So
I said,
Yeah,
then you handled
thanks.
it?
yeah, it took Angel coming in and like reading and learning everything, and she showed me like, okay, this is how it's done. And I had a buddy that runs sound and for his church, and he came over and gave us tips too. But yeah,
I love
it's,
it.
we all I think use the same board, so
Yeah. I love it when you're running sound in
After-
church and then the Lord, the Spirit just hits and the Lord takes over. It's like,
And then the Lord said,
yeah, sure.
what's that?
And then
I said, let's all go to
then
that
I'm
church.
kicked out.
Yeah. That's what happened when Cyclone.
But no, but in my case, I get it sounding the way I want it and go, okay, this sounds great. And then the next Sunday, it's like gremlins come in or something, and then it's all different. And do you guys experience that? Like the mix and everything is just completely like somebody just came in and it's like, what the heck happened to the mix? And like you got to start all over again.
See, at my
It's
church,
crazy.
we got serve teams, right? And the sound, that's part of production. And so one week you got one guy doing it, and then the next week somebody else is doing it. So, they try to have everything. Yeah, they try to have everything like programmed. So all you do is just hit a button and all the levels automatically go to where they're supposed to be.
Yeah, recall button.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got that, but it doesn't work.
No, it's weird because
It's like,
you can set up the sound like that, and then one Sunday church sounds like this. And then the next Sunday, nobody changed nothing. Then it sounds like this.
Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Only God can do it. Only God can do it.
You know, there's like there's got to be like a ghost that's messing with the knobs at night. I don't know, man.
I know when we get a good sound mix in practice, it'll sound pretty good.
Yeah.
And then we fill the place with people.
Yeah.
And it is very different.
Yeah.
It's a very different sound. So
very different.
Yeah.
Or sometimes, instead of the instruments coming through like too loud, like I was saying that one time, like a couple weeks ago, our bass was just way too loud. Sometimes we've even had where you can't even hear the person, singing on the microphone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the bass.
Hey, Psych, in case you missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Poor Ralph.
I love the look on his.
Yeah.
He's got that. I just woke up under a bridge.
Poor guy.
No, he told me that Glenda said, "Let me fix you up," and she took and did all this hair. He said when Glenda was taking the pictures, she was laughing so much she couldn't hardly take the picture.
Well, at first I looked at it, I was like, golly, how did he find someone that looks just like Ralph? It's like, that is him.
So how many have got the musicians?
That's Ralph's doppelganger.
There you go.
How many of us have got the musician that does not trust the sound man and keeps their hand on their own volume button through the whole service?
No.
I hate that.
It's so aggravating. I actually confronted one. It was a pastor's wife, actually.
Oh.
And I said, hey, do you not trust me to run sound? Well, yeah, you do a good job. I said, then you're going to have to trust me to do it and let me control the volume. Just play. That was nice about it. But
you know what you do, Terry? Next time somebody does something like that, just mute them. Just mute them.
Yeah.
Where'd the guitar go?
And it's hard to explain to some that what you're hearing in your monitor is not what the congregation's hearing.
Yeah.
You know, it's two very different things.
Yeah.
So
Totally. Ralph says, I did sound a few times at Times Square Church on the 4th floor of Friday night Bible study, and I dozed off.
Oh,
and I was here more blank
Nope.
He's sleeping. Oh, Ralph, you're not supposed to fall asleep.
No sound for you.
Yeah.
No sound for you. Oh, he's going to be back.
He says, one time I was hearing feedback but couldn't figure out where it was coming from. Checking all the channels, no clipping, I was lost. Turns out it was the lady in the back row's hearing aid ringing.
Oh my God. That's
Oh, it's classic.
That had to be bad.
That's good.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, where's that coming from?
Oh man,
That is great, man.
drive you
Dude,
nuts going, oh my gosh, what is it? What is it?
Yeah, dude, I had an aunt. You'd be sitting there talking to her, and she's like, and you're talking to her, like, can you hear that?
My right hearing aid does that all the time. It drives me up a flipping wall, man.
What?
The only thing similar that I had to that one time is the pastor came in the night before and he ended up playing his acoustic guitar and he had it plugged into the system, but he forgot because it's one of the acoustics that has its own, volume on it. Well, he left it just a little bit cracked open so that as the sound was playing or as he was preaching his sermon, there was just this little in the background of all. So I'm going through my system trying to figure out what the heck where's it coming from, shutting him off and on and everything like that. And so through the whole duration, I'm like, I don't know what it is. And I couldn't take it anymore. So I had to get up and go figure out what it was. And he's watching me as I'm going up on the stage and I'm looking around. And he's all, everything okay? Well, I'm hearing the humming that's going on. I don't know where it's coming from. And so he had, he just kept on going. I kept on looking. I went to the guitar and I walked by it and I hit it with my elbow and then it ring. I went, oh man, turn the volume up and unplug that thing. So for like half of the church service, that little was just going through it. I was like, where's it coming from?
I got a funny story to tell you guys. My wife and I joke about this all the time, but we used to go to this church, and there was like 6,000 members in this church, and we dealt a lot with the homeless population. We had a whole section, like 200 people, that was just all homeless and stuff. And there was one guy that sat in that section, and his name was Ricky. And during worship, he'd be like, just like that video I played, right? Only God can do it, because that's the kind of music that we used to do. And the dude was really into it. And one Sunday, pastor's preaching away, man. And Ricky stands up and he's like, in front of all these people just doing weird stuff, right? So pastor, you could see he motioned to one of our other pastors to go over there and, kind of calm the dude down. So you see the other pastor get up. I'm not going to say his name, but Troy gets up, walks around, walks over to this guy. And you see him walk all the way around the church, walks all the way down the aisle, almost to the front. And he whispers in Ricky's ear. And Ricky's like, says something back to Troy. And Troy laughed out loud. I mean, he literally laughed out loud. And then Ricky sat down and Troy left and went away. So after church, I went up to him. I said, what happened, man? He goes, well, you know Ricky, right? I said, yeah, I watched the whole thing. He goes, pastor told me to tell him to calm down, so I did. And so I got up, I walked over there, and I told Ricky, hey, pastor wants you to calm down. And he said, you know what he said to me? He said, nobody wants to be funny because you were laughing your butt off. Now we're in church. And Ricky goes back at him and goes, dude, but he says the actual word. He says, you're reffing up my praise, man. Hey, my wife and I, we joke about that all the time.
My vibe, man.
You're reffing up my praise, man.
They give you a second chance, and at the second chance, dude, you did it again. You gave him a second
Ralph,
chance.
I think this is a better career for you. This is a better career for you right here.
That is why Ralph needs money for Immortal Fest.
Oh man, Ralph, you're ripping up our praise, man.
That's right. Got fired from the job at church.
Twice, no doubt.
Nice.
Twice.
Oh man.
Yeah, about 30 years ago, our church got its first wireless microphone.
Oh, nice.
And the church was about a quarter of a mile away from a major truck stop right off the interstate. And them early wireless mics would pick up the CB radio for the bass at the truck stop.
Oh, dude.
And right in the middle of service, we had some pretty colorful things said until we figured out how to all that out. It went on for about 4 months. It got pretty good.
And the Lord said, breaker 19, you got a broke on your tail.
Exactly. And it was straight up, and there's nothing you can do about it because by the time you can get to it, it's already said and done.
Oh yeah, dude.
And that was pretty regular for about 3 or 4 months till we figured out how to shield against that.
Yeah, we had also our pastor. He walks into the bathroom and he's peeing, and you can hear it, everything, man. It's fun to hear.
That's when I turn it up. I turn it up. When they forget, I just click it and let it go.
Hey, but
Who is that? That Naked Gun where the less
Naked Gun, yeah.
Bathrooms did that. Oh my god.
Hey, but the funniest part is after he gets done peeing, you hear. Hey, if I happen to lose you guys, Dave, you run with this because we're having a real bad thunderstorm right now. I don't know if y'all heard that.
Nah.
But,
Yeah.
Oh man.
Hey, future reference. if you're wearing a wireless mic and you have to go to the bathroom, turn it off.
Or mute it or something.
Don't even go in with the wireless mic. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
They're gonna have to. Jim McCain Jr. How you doing, brother?
Hey,
We're sitting here picking on Ralph.
Jimmy.
Poor
Hey,
Ralph.
Ray.
Yeah.
Ray.
Yes.
So I'm the opposite end of the spectrum. The church I was helping with, there's like extremely old folks and younger folks. I mean, we were like probably 1 to 3 50-somethings in the congregation. And so the one night I was actually running the live stream, and there was a banjo solo going on, and the lady got up and was doing vocals as well. And man, she was so far off. The next thing, I'm off of the live stream. I boot the Soundman aside. The reverb goes up. The mids come down. The bass comes up. That's why I wore the Haven shirt. It was nothing but Reverb City, man.
Oh my God.
I mean, it was autocorrect on the fly.
Autocorrect banjo.
Banjo solo in church. I mean, I want to go where you're going.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
They were trying to get down, but it was getting off.
Banjo solo and cowbell.
Yeah.
Hey, we should have, we have that. We should have kept that. Of course, we didn't know Trey was going to say that. We have that Bill Burns thing. Did you guys watch Tuesday night when I had Pastor Bob on? Anybody?
The what?
Yeah, I
Did
didn't get
anybody
to see
watch
it.
Tuesday night when I had David?
Oh, I
We
got
had
it towards the
Pastor
end.
Bob on.
Yeah, got it towards the end.
Yeah, man, I picked on that guy so much.
Oh, it was great.
I miss
had
Bob.
asked him- Yeah, I had asked him part of it. I said, hey, I heard that you're part of the Bigfoot family, Sasquatch. And he goes, oh, maybe you never know. I said, and I never would have believed it had I not seen this picture of you on the internet. And I pulled up the picture where Dave superimposed Pastor Bob's face on a Bigfoot. And he loved it. He loved it.
Do we still
That's
have
awesome.
that, right?
We do. Hang on. Let me see if I can pull it up.
It should be in the overlays.
Yeah, y'all talk for a minute, all right?
So I hear babies in the background. Where's that?
Yeah.
I hear Jamie's crying.
Yeah, that would
Jimmy's crying.
that would be my grandson.
Oh,
Awesome.
You know what? It's here. I'm not sure which one it is, though, Dave.
I'm psyched, Terry. I'm gonna miss you guys this year. Unfortunately I can't make it to Immortal Fest. I might have to route for some money.
You don't have enough money, Dave?
No, I just can't make it. The tickets, the price went up, and I was thinking about going in July originally, but it's nice to just be able to take a break, because I've gone to all of them, but I'm gonna try and go again next year. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Here's the Bob Beeman picture.
Oh my gosh. Oh man.
Terry, you see that?
Yes.
Poor
Uh-huh.
Bob.
He goes, well, that guy's actually better looking than me. He ain't better looking than this guy, okay?
Ralph, you got to make a profile picture on Facebook, man.
Yeah.
Ralph's cracking up.
he made his status picture.
Yeah, dude. Put that on your Facebook, Ralph.
Oh, PowerPoint every Sunday morning. Yeah, our church uses something called Pro Presenter. I don't know if you guys have heard of that.
What?
Our church uses a program called Pro Presenter for putting the lyrics up and descriptions up on the big screens. And my wife, she does that at our church. She's on the production team.
Yeah, somebody's got a TV on in the background or something.
Yeah, it's TV.
Here, let me cut it off.
There
It
it
sounds
is.
like
Who was that?
It was Jesus.
Is that you, bro? Listen, mute your
All
mic.
that background noise is
Sorry,
coming.
Mute your mic.
always interrupting the party.
It's all good, bro.
Dude, yeah. Do me a favor. Stay muted until you talk. Can you do that for me? Because it's really, really loud, bro. There it
Okay.
is.
there it
you go.
is.
Yeah, just turn on when you're going to talk.
We're still getting that bubbly, liquidy noise. Yeah.
Sorry, I had tacos.
You're going to be spending a lot of time on here, Ernie.
Oh boy.
Oh, man. A lot of
So
time.
so does anybody have trouble with your singers like not singing? Like they're up there, like they don't know the words, or
Or they
and
just
then all of a
can't
sudden
sing.
they just come in like on the chorus and like spikes your board.
Like,
Bro, this is
Oh,
what
yeah.
I get. This is what I get from a couple of the girls in my church. Oh yeah. Oh Jesus. Hallelujah.
Complete with the dog barking.
And you know what I
Yeah.
always say? Yeah. And you know what I always tell them? I'm like, listen, I know you can sing. You better sing. Get up there and sing. I want you to hear you just, and they're like, oh yeah, and then they'll do it for rehearsal, like, and then
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
say,
So I have something similar to that, and the way ours works is we only have one person that does the singing, and it happens to be the pastor's wife. Which actually this weekend she just got ordained to be a pastor too, so that's
oh,
really
cool.
cool. But when I first started doing sound, that was one thing that she'd always do. She'd always move the mic out of the way, and there was no
Mhm.
presence left on her.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I subconsciously had to get her to get in control of bringing that mic where it needs to be at. And then when she would get like really loud, it would like just overpower the room. And I'm like, no, you got to pull the mic away so so if you can do that, so it doesn't overwhelm the whole system. But now she's on board and she's got it down good. So
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it anymore.
Remember I just told you guys there's lots of thunder out. My dog, Mr. Pitbull, I'll eat you, is afraid of thunder. He's right here over here cowering, just like right. Mr. Tough Guy.
You got to love the praise and worship team because they could take a 3-minute long song and make it be 7 minutes.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh no, let's add a tag on the end of a different song, or let's do the chorus and everything, like 3 times, in a row or something. It's,
Yep.
So that's like a lot of you guys are dealing with live bands that are performing, so you're able to do all that. Fortunately for me, I don't have to do that. It's just a pre-recorded song, and it starts with A and ends at B. So it's like I don't have to really deal a lot with that. Even though it'd probably be cool, but I'm kind of cool with just leaving going. Because what I can do with mine is I can make the sound even cooler without having a real band. And we're in a small church, so by doing it that way, for us, that's where
our last church we were at, we had like 6,000 members, and we did this.
Only God can do.
And you would do a song for like 18 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And everybody just one person, then two.
Only God can do. Only
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
And then just loop that, and loop that, and loop that. Keep looping that section over and over.
yeah, dude. We were never this.
And then the Lord said,
I want to go to that church.
yeah.
Me too. I had another one here. I don't know what happened to it. With all these,
Last Sunday, what we do is like right towards the end, as the pastor's closing out a sermon, the keyboard player will come back out on the stage and sit down and just play a little something on the keyboard.
yeah.
And last Sunday, I don't know who was doing sound, but the keyboards was really loud. And I'm sitting the third row from the stage, and I could barely hear the pastor over the keyboard. It was crazy. And that's happened before. Yeah.
Yeah. Terry, you can attest to this, I'm sure, or even you guys. But for me, when my pastor when he's gonna close in the service and the keys are on or the piano, you bring that way down.
Oh, way back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just enough so you can hear it.
It's background noise at that point.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so loud at one point. I swear I thought the pastor was going to turn around and say something to them or somebody. But no, he didn't.
And we have our full band come back at the end. Well, he's kind of closing, and maybe whether he gives an altar call or just sums up his sermon and off, prayer. But we'll have 3 guitar players, bass, drums, keyboards, and 4 vocalists up there at the end. And I got to dial all that back and make sure he's still dominant.
Right.
What he's saying.
So for us, when I end the church service, I always put on a song, usually like Fred Hammond. I don't know if you guys know who Fred Hammond is or not. Our church is not a headbanger church, not like that.
Well, I always put Sacred Warrior on.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody. Either that or I put this one on.
1, 2, 5, 4.
Okay, so- yeah, then you hear my pastor go,
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
I wish I could. You can sing like that, Dave. Dave, we ought to have you sing in church.
We did get a new PA system one time, a whole new sound system.
Yeah.
And when I went to start it up the very first time, I threw Deliverance, and the very first song coming out of it was Weapons of Our Warfare.
Oh, man.
And honestly,
Oh, man.
Yeah.
and it was cranked.
That is
Nice.
That's noise, yeah.
Perfect song to break it in, man.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Not everybody agreed with me, but I thought it was really cool.
Yeah. Does my mic still sound like it's way in the other room? Like my mic is over here and I'm talking over here.
Yeah.
Still sound weird like that?
Yeah.
That's
That's okay. We still love you.
You better.
Nothing but love,
What about when they miss a track altogether?
Oh yeah.
Have you had that
Yeah.
happen?
Oh yeah.
They're like throwing the no. We had a no. Wait, and she threw the truck in reverse. We're like, oh no, this just didn't happen.
Oh yeah, it's happened.
Has anybody here ever been chewed out by a member of the congregation for something sound-wise that happened during service that really wasn't your fault?
So my wife was trying to find this clip that I'm y'all know me. I like to cut up and have fun. I'm a jokester, right? And I seem to, when my pastor's preaching, I will sit there, I'll crank up a real heavy delay or something. I'll sit there and hold my finger on it. At the right time, my pastor will say something like, yeah, and then that room was filled with the devil. I'll put a delay on it. And I seem to get it just right? Well, I've been chewed out by that. And then I've had it where, like you guys said, I had the old lady says, man, that's so loud. And then I've had other old ladies come up to me and say, man, so because I have a guy that helps me out, Frank. He was going to be on with us tonight too. You guys know him. He was when we did the paranormal one. He was the one that came on and said his name was Mary Magdalene. Y'all remember him? Terry?
Rings a bell, but I'm not placing it.
Yeah. Anyways, that's my buddy Frank. But he I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, he helps me run Sound Church. So we kind of split it up because it's nice to get a break.
Hey, Backhead says he puts a paper bag on his head and plays guitar and sings badly in videos for fun now.
Okay.
That's beautiful. Can you do it out here for us live right now? Let's go.
Ralph and Glenda at their wedding, Glenda and I, Ralph, had the sound guy play Spirit in the Sky.
What song is that?
Hank Greenberg? Or
Yeah,
Green
that's,
Moon, maybe?
late 60s, early 70s or something like that song?
Sing it, Terry.
I don't know how.
I don't know the words. I just
You know the words, Spirit in the Sky.
song. I don't know the
Something
words.
about you got a friend in Jesus and something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
In Jesus. Yeah.
Do you know that song, Coda? Oh, buddy, you know that song? He's freaking out.
Well,
You
I
guys
got
wanna see
really
him? Y'all want to see my dog? Hold on.
okay.
Coda. Say hi, Coda. Coda, hey buddy, come here. Say hi.
Oh,
That dog is awesome.
If you could feel it, he is shaking right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is
Aw.
shaking, poor guy. It's all right, buddy. He's so afraid of thunder. I don't know why.
We have two chihuahuas that are afraid of thunder too. As soon as you can hear it off in the distance, and then they just start shaking.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's where he's at. He's literally shaking his whole body. It's all right, buddy.
How about those nights when you get the bad storms in the middle of the night? You're sound asleep. You are dead asleep, and you just boom right over your house, man. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I've woken up before, and I'm just like, what was that? You know?
Yeah, we live right.
You're so funny.
Yeah,
Couple
we're
of
dead
months-
center of Tornado Alley here. So
Oh
Oh, yeah.
I'm in Missouri, so
yeah.
yeah.
Dude, if you
It's
probably
like-
a few weeks ago, we're laying in bed sleeping, and our smoke alarm goes off. Right? It's like, ding. And my wife, I'm sound asleep, and all I hear is. So I jump up. I literally grab my firearm and I run out of my bedroom. I'm like, "What's going on? What's going on?" She's scared the crap out of me. It was our smoke alarm because one of the kids lit an incense. But it was she. Freaked. I mean, she was like bloody mercy. You remember that, babe?
I gotta go do something. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah, we know where Ernie's going.
I wonder if he took his wireless mic off.
microphone with you.
Yeah.
Ernie's going.
There he is.
Oh man. Okay, one more time just for fun.
Oh,
That's
boy.
never not going to be funny. That's
It's
just
not.
Yeah, it's never.
Totally like that, Ralph. I'm gonna put it up.
Hey, what was you were telling me this morning when you sent me the picture, and then you called me? You say, "Hey, we need to have a fundraiser for Ralph."
Yeah. So if you're watching, you can afford to give Ralph $1. We can get to Immortal Pet.
Won't you please help? Operators are standing by.
Yeah.
Yeah, do one of those
you got Sarah
infomercials
McLachlan going to sing in the background.
Yeah, there you go.
You want some help, man? I think I got a sandwich.
Yeah. Oh man, that's great. Man, I got it.
Yeah,
That
dogs
was
are up there
quick.
fighting. Yeah, dogs are-
Did you wash your hands? Did
No.
you wipe?
no.
Did you?
No,
I still got stuff on it.
you didn't shake it more than twice, right?
No,
Okay.
I didn't even shake it. I just dropped it in.
But no, I mean, going back to the question.
It's over.
Going back to your question, like, have you ever gotten in trouble? There's when you guys are like mixing, like during practice and stuff. Do you have people like it's in a congregation that walk in like you're mixing, like honing in on like one person, or you know you're EQing the music, or you know you're bringing one louder than the other, and they're coming up going, "What's wrong with it? What's wrong with the sound?" Or you know, and you're like, "It's called mixing. I have this person up for a reason," or you know, they come up to you like, "What's wrong? What are you doing? It's called mixing."
Yeah.
Is that just
Yeah,
someone
like,
from the
go
congregation?
now.
Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry.
Is that
Operators are standing by if you'd like to make a donation. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, somebody from the congregation or
Oh,
somebody
yeah.
that's not supposed to be there.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
I had one. I had one where they're up there singing or not singing, and the wife comes up and it's like, "I can't hear him." It's like, well, you go tell him to sing and you'll be able to hear him.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like
Here's
I
my
got chewed out
They
for a
always want
bad cable.
What's
We
that?
had I got chewed out for a bad cable. The cable went bad on a keyboard right in the middle. It's right in
Yeah.
service. It happens. And
of course.
I knew what it was, and I told I said something, they run up and fixed it. Well, right after church, this guy from the congregation comes and said, "You need to have your stuff together better." And I said, "What?"
Wow.
I didn't have a clue what he's talking about. He said, "I invited some friends here today, and this was a disaster." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And I mean, yeah.
Like, don't throw your demons on me. You take them home with you.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, I walked to the car and I was like, "What in the world just happened?"
Wow.
Yeah, he was legit, shaking, upset, and I was like, "Dude, you got a problem."
People can be nasty, bro.
Yeah.
You're up there doing the best that you can. Oh, free. Oh, Jesus.
There you go.
Lord.
Yeah.
And somebody to come up and do that too. It's like,
yeah. Now our current worship leader is great because he'll say that if somebody makes a mistake, he'll just say, "Look, nobody's getting paid. We're doing here the best we can. And, we're here for the same reason, just doing all the best we can." You said something about PowerPoint. We got a screen that the lyrics come up on it. He can see in the back.
Yeah.
We tease him. He is the Ron Burgundy of worship singers because whatever comes up on that screen, he's going to sing it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm sure my favorite. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just say I take stuff personal. It's like you want to do your best, and even when somebody like they're backed off and they're holding the mic down here, and then the chorus they bring it up here, it peaks the board, and running digital, it's a different kind of peak. It's got that noise.
Yeah.
And it's embarrassing. In the middle of service. It peaks like that, and it's like you want to do your best, and that stuff happens, and people are turning back looking at you. It's like,
Ed Mackey.
Yeah, that's what I don't like is when people turn around and they look at you like, "What are you doing?" And it's like,
yeah.
Dude, my favorite, and I'm sure every one of us has done this. You got one of the singers.
Yeah,
I can't hear myself. And here's the knob, and you're like, "Okay, is that better?" You didn't touch nothing. Like,
reach up. Don't touch nothing.
Yeah, you didn't touch nothing. They're like, perfect.
Yeah.
Or my favorite is, hold on, let me just kind of adjust your EQ a little bit. I'll accent where you are in the song.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
And see, now everybody knows your secret.
I know, but it's all right.
That's just the trick of the trade. That's the whole thing,
I
Yeah.
was kidding. I did not mean it.
Have you had to confiscate volume pedals?
What?
No.
We had to confiscate a stomp pedal because the guitarist would come on too strong.
Oh, man.
We just couldn't get the switch fast enough. And you talk about getting on the wrong side. Where's my pedal?
That's the one. That's the one where you tell them, "Hey, make sure your gain is all the way up." Now, oh yeah, it's all the way up. It's all the way up. And then all of a sudden they go on there and turn it up, and then it's like,
Blows you back.
Or how about
well, here's
keep hitting the
here's one.
Keep hitting the mute button, when you're trying, and then it comes out like that.
Yeah.
But like you said, you can't get to it fast enough. It just like surprises you, and you're like,
I was running sound, and I leaned back on the chair, and it flipped over right in the middle of worship. Felt like crawling under the console. Rick.
That's classic, bro.
Yeah.
That is classic, man.
Bet you didn't do that again, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something that would happen to me. So I'm back there fidgeting and rocking.
Hey, Ray, in your soundboard at your church, man, if you have a way of doing it, man, put some sound effects in. And throw random ones out,
No, I do, but only at the right time.
Okay.
Yeah, at the right time.
Nice.
Yeah, I had this one old lady come up to me and say,
I sit in the second row,
and it's too loud. I'm
But
like,
that's in the back.
move far in the back. You
Yeah.
don't want to piss off the sound guy.
No, you don't.
She's like,
So-
it's so loud. I'm like, then move back. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
it's too.
What's the deal when you go to a concert? This ain't necessarily church sound, but what's the deal when you go to a concert and the opening band can play? It's obvious they're good players, but they sound horrible. And then the main band comes out and it's like there's a brand new sound system there. Is there like
All
a
right.
law that the opening band has got to sound like garbage?
Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you from being on the inside of that. It's not. What it is. So let me backtrack. When we first started touring, we went on tour with Res Band, our very first tour. And when we would pull up to a venue, they did their sound check and then we did ours. The sound that they had was the sound that we had. The lights that they had was
Wow.
the lights that we had. They were right up. They were like, what we get, you get. The amount of rooms they slept in, that's what we got. The food was the food we ate. They treated us like gold. And we learned from that you don't take advantage of the opening act. You take care of them because they're literally, it's called a supporting act, right? They're there to support you. And if you got to make them sound like crap in order for you to sound great, there's a problem there.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we went on tour with a couple of bands that did that to us. And it's like, you know what? I don't get that because we're all here doing it for the kingdom, right? We're all running something. We're all not running something, but we're all performing for God. And I don't think that you need to worry about, oh man, I don't want them to sound too good because then we're not going to sound as good. Give each other the props. But in the secular market, that's the thing. They're going to make the opening act sound like crap.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the headliner sounds great.
Well, my son's band, they were opening for Dokken, and it was embarrassing what the sound crew did to their sound.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yep.
A lot of artists that I've spoken to and stuff, that's what when they first started breaking out, that's what they all had said similarly had happened to them, is that, the sound would not be right. The sound check would be good, and then when they go perform, it wouldn't be right. And then the main act come out, and then all of a sudden their sound sounds really good.
Yeah.
It's
cool. It's cool hearing that about Res Band. That's kind of what I would have expected out of them. They just seem like that.
But I would expect that out of any Christian band, with another Christian band. I would
But
expect.
it doesn't happen. Ernie, it doesn't happen. We toured with a couple of big name bands, and they made sure we didn't sound, let's put it this way, we sounded like an AM radio, and they sounded like a freaking badass Bose system. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that.
It's not a competition. It shouldn't be a competition.
No.
It should be.
No.
Especially in that form, it should not be at all.
Yeah, we were spoiled because like I said, our first big tour after getting signed was with Resin. And as a result, we, Sacred Warrior, we paid it forward. Every band that played with us had the same sound. In fact, Steve, our bass player, ran their sound. At Immortal Fest, Steve runs sound for almost every band.
Yeah.
Every band sounds great. As good as you can sound.
Right.
We're not magicians, right, Terry? But
Yes.
if you have the potential to sound great, then the sound man should make you sound great, whether you're the opener, the second band, or the headliner. You know what I mean?
I agree.
And it's unfortunate. I do know that anymore lately, some of these bigger bands are doing these big shows, and the biggest change I've seen is not the sound quality, but the sound volume. Like the opener, they're going to sound great, but they're not going to be at that threshold. Whereas they're right there, like when we went to see Queensryche recently, the opening band had great sound. They were pretty loud, but then Queensryche came out, they were just that much louder. And because it's a little different in Queensryche, they sounded. But I'm a firm believer that you don't need it.
Oh gosh, Ralph. He says, that happened to me with a former band, and my sound sounded like crap. So before the other band took the stage, I farted into the mic. And when that singer who messed with my sound grabbed the mic, he grabbed, he messed. Oh my gosh!
Only Ralph would do that, man.
He said, "Who farted?" And I said, "No one. Your nose was too close to your mouth."
Oh, Ralph, that is wrong on so many levels.
Is it wrong? Yes, it's wrong.
Very wrong.
Yeah, that is wrong.
Yeah, he.
Wow. Did you hear that, babe?
Knowing you, Ralph, that poor guy, he probably got up, grabbed the microphone, and he ate it.
Oh yeah,
unwillingly ate it.
Ooh.
Yeah. Talking about sanitizing the mic.
Give me a mint.
Oh man, Aaron Kern said hello.
Hello.
He said, "Dude, yeah." Ralph did that. Can you believe that? Do you know what? Honestly, if you look like that, you'll do anything.
You can almost smell it looking at that picture.
Oh, God. No, don't need that.
Ralph,
No, that's what
ago.
the other guy looked like.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it was a year ago or 100 years ago, Ralph. It is wrong, bro.
Yeah.
Metallica did
But
that.
you know, that's one thing. Being a musician, you know, and we would play. That was always one of the first things I would do was, you know, greet the sound man and just kind of, you know, make nice and like, hey, whatever you need from us, you know, let me know. And because they, you know, control your show.
Yeah, and that's it.
If you're nice to them and, you know, respectful. Now being on the other side of that, you have even more respect. You know, like you brought up the volume pedal. You know, there was times where, you know, our amps on stage and stuff, they would say, hey, turn your amps down. Let me control it up here. And, yeah, I was a little guilty, you know, of kind of turning up a little bit after sound check or something, you know, and it's those little things that you don't.
Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. All right.
Yeah.
If y'all saw
you
that.
know, now experiencing that, you have more of appreciation of like, oh man.
Oh yeah, dude, I remember we used to play secular clubs with secular bands, and some of these bands would treat the sound guys like.
Wait a minute, Aaron.
Yeah.
Aaron, no. He says Davey farted into a mic. That's sick. No, I didn't. But there was one time where I should have, dude. I'll just leave it at that. I wasted the opportunity.
It wasn't your pastor's mic.
It's like you guys know that you're actually.
It was that band practice.
Actually feces. Yeah.
Wait, say that again, Psych.
I said you guys actually know that there's actually feces going into the mic. You know, so it's ruining the mic.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
It's like,
man, you know, just
Listerine and the. And that's one thing we do every Sunday is sanitize the mics.
Yeah, you need to, man.
You don't know
because
who's
they
Or
share
at least
the
the
mic.
windjammers, right? At least the windjammers. How did we even start talking about feces into a microphone?
Yeah, that's
Trey wants to say something. Go ahead, Trey.
He's coming together right there.
Oh, man. Funny.
They should make auto tune mandatory on every board.
Yeah.
Why?
Right?
That's yeah.
Hit the button. Hit the button.
He need to go get some lessons or something, man.
Is it really hard for everybody else, like it is me, to mix somebody who's really well-meaning but just can't sing?
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And they're good people and they're good-hearted
Yeah.
and they do everything, but they really don't need to be singing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
And you
need
know what?
everybody, you know, that that's willing to get up there, you know. It's like
I don't disagree a bit.
Yeah.
It's all just noise.
And here's the thing.
Sometimes it hurts.
Yeah, and here's the thing, though. Those ones that really can't sing are the most dedicated ones.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Exactly.
brother,
Exactly.
we have rehearsal Tuesday and Thursday this week. Okay, I'll be there. I'll come early. You want me to help? I'll set up some mics. We'll do some sound check for you. Okay, I'll be there. It's like, okay.
And then they come show up and they do this.
Hey, baby, get my soul.
That's when I was at church. Right. I mean,
But
Dave,
then the opposite of that
one more time, Dave.
is
One more time, Dave.
All right, come on. Encore.
Hey, baby, get my soul.
Yeah.
You know, it's really funny. Every time I play any kind of Mexican
I
music,
forgot all
like
about the sound
that, my
effects.
wife wants to have Mexican food. And it's like, as soon as she hears it, she wants Mexican food.
Wait, Ernie, say that again.
I was saying like that little piece you just played, like
Yeah.
just hearing that, my wife would be like, "I want Mexican food now."
All right.
Yeah.
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 Take it for some Mexican food, bro.
Well, sometimes when I make Mexican food at home, what I'll do is I'll have Mexican music going in the background. I know that's just going to raver her appetite even more, you know. So
Yeah. What nationality are you, Ernie?
Native American and Mexican, or Mexican and Native American. I don't know, depending on how my parents were.
Mixed next American, Native Mexican. You related to Bob Beeman?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's my brother.
Wait, put that picture back up.
That's for Bob. If you're watching, which you probably are, that was Dave.
Gosh. Dude, I totally forgot all about these
Yes.
sound effects till just now, you know?
Yes, that is wrong.
So this is wrong too. I'm sorry. Bob.
Yeah.
That picture's never gonna grow old. I would probably pay that on every podcast from now on.
So you got to pull some strings and get that up on the screen at Immortal Fest.
Oh God.
Oh, this one here. Oh, I can make that happen.
Wait.
That needs to happen. That would be hilarious.
Put that back
Yes.
up real quick. I got you.
Oh my!
You know what happened?
my.
Ralph will end up walking away to Moral Fest with like $1 million in his pocket after
Oh,
that.
I'm telling he'll leave Immortal Fest and pay for the next 2 years with that
Yeah.
Yeah.
one. Ralph said, "Yes, you should, Ray." Oh, Pastor Bob Eamon is watching.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Hey,
Ooh.
hey, Bob.
And Hail Marys and 20-hour fathers. That'll clear it up for you.
Excellent.
Dude, I remember that. Yeah,
Bogus.
you sin. I'll go do 20 Hail Marys in 30 hours.
Yeah. That's my Catholic background coming out of me.
When you get done.
Only God can do.
I'm sorry, man. You know, this Dave, this
Yo.
podcast is supposed to be serious and straightforward. We're having too much fun, bro. We can't be doing that. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
What does this one say? Louder Tim. Hey, this is Baghead and Louder. Yeah, I know, bro. Y'all say that. Baghead and Louder.
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 Like 13 times really fast.
That would hurt.
What? So, Louder Tim, what is
You go.
Baghead and Louder? What does that mean? Enlightening us.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That means
It means this.
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
There you go. That's a good explanation.
way to put it. Oh man. Dude playing a dude trying to disguise. What does it say? Play it one more time.
Oh man.
Play it one more time, Dave. What does it say?
It says
I'm a dude playing a dude disguised as another dude.
Oh yeah. That's good. That's good, man.
oh man.
Oh, the rapture must have happened. Sky's gone. Psych's gone.
Hello.
What?
Oh, there, he's back. Never mind.
There he is.
Okay, I feel
Oh,
better.
sorry.
Okay,
Oh,
that was
hey,
trippy.
Psych.
you got up, and boom, you're gone. And then you went to sit back down, and you're right back there again.
It's like, if you ever leave again without telling us, you're out of here.
Oh,
Hey, come on. Hey, that's not fair.
Hey, when I did
he's
the
got the buttons. He's got the buttons. He's in control.
I've got your buttons.
Oh, I get it. Terry's the sound man, but Psych is the magician.
Ah.
Right. Oh, nice. That's right. That's right. Psych. Now you see him. Now you don't. Now you see him. Now you don't. How do you do that, Psych?
He's got nuts, mountains don't.
You guys don't hear that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dog's over here shaking so hard my chair's shaking. That's not me. That's my dog.
Yeah, he's got a hold of your leg, doesn't he?
Well, maybe. Is it wrong?
Whoops. I got to adjust this. Sorry.
Dog's down there going,
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I'm bad. I'll stop.
Oh, no.
I'll stop.
I keep saying this podcast is nothing but a circus.
Welcome to the circus.
Hey,
Nothing but a circus.
Aaron says, Dave, which immortal are you not going to? Unfortunately, I'm not going to make either one. Just decided, not to go to part one. Money, ticket prices went up. And part two, my wife and I, we're going to be on an Alaskan cruise at that time. So taking this year off from Immortal Fest, going to try to go next year. So I'm going to miss everybody.
Dave, maybe you can borrow Ralph's sign. He'll lend it borrow.
No, see, I'm gonna mug Robert. Robert.
You're gonna mug him first.
Mug Ralph.
Oh yeah, James.
Yeah, that's Ralph back there.
Don't mess with Ralph now. He'll come fart in your mic.
Yeah, he will.
Hey, James says, have you guys ever had a guest speaker bring his own sound guy just for the sermon? Yeah. Yeah. We tell him, get out of here. We tell him no.
Get out of here.
Yeah, you don't need to run sound for a guy talking.
Yeah.
If the guy's name was Ed Mackey, no, I'm just kidding. Poor Ed.
Poor Ed. Come on.
I've been doing music videos for a paper bag on my head, and it's kind of weird. Now, why do you put a paper bag on your head, bro? That's what we want to know.
Are you really that ugly?
Maybe. Dude,
Just ask me.
He can't be this ugly. I put 2 paper bags on that head. Ralph, I'm kidding.
Oh.
Kidding. It would be 3. No. Sykes gonna be at Immortal. Sure he is.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know.
Fine.
Dude, you said you were gonna come up on stage and sing Holy Holy with me.
Who?
Yeah. Well.
Psych.
Yeah.
Bro, dude, where's my medal?
Oh, trust me, you guys wouldn't be going up in the rapture if the Lord came back while you guys were doing this podcast.
We'd be stuck here.
Yeah.
Wow. Remember this sound guy. No, man, we wouldn't be stuck here, would we? Guys, you think we're gonna go to
That would be our hell. Stuck here. Forever.
I want to get up to heaven and dance on the streets of God.
Shut your trap.
Babies, they all adore him. They think he's a righteous dude.
We're going to hell.
So,
I didn't know you were gonna play that clip, so I hit a sound bite, man.
Oh my goodness.
You caught the tail end of it.
What was that, Psych?
So what would you guys change in your sound, like for your service?
More cowbell.
Distortion on the guitars.
God.
What would I change? I'm sorry, man. I'm getting emotional thinking about running.
Yeah, the one, I mean, I first got into our church. They had the sound system. They had an older system that was in there, and it just wasn't working for what they wanted to do with it. So I ended up investing my own money in getting a better sound system. Actually, one that was more compatible to what they were doing. Because they used to have a full-fledged band at one point in time, but then it just ended up being what they had on the computer with the downloaded songs and her singing it. So I said, you don't need this big old system.
Yeah.
Board, but all we really need is a couple of good subwoofers and an EQ on it, and I could dial that thing in really good. But that was just knowing what we had in our church that needed to make the sound a lot better. So
Yeah, for sure. Hey, Paul, that was my idea. I told Ralph to put that sign together, and I told him I'd put it on here once or twice, and we probably played it like 30 times already.
20 times, yeah.
Paul, if you want to get a sign going, man, with you saying that, I'll put it on here.
Yeah.
We should all. Did George reach out to any of you guys? Socially incorrect video.
Well, I mean, he did on Facebook. He posted about, or he was on your one of your podcasts asking us to make it the sign.
Yeah, did any of you guys do that?
I did mine probably like a month ago, and I sent it to Mike. Okay,
so I'm going to ask you all to do one for me. Get a piece of paper, put your checking account and routing number on there. Just,
Sure.
You guys do that for me?
I'll get right on that.
I wouldn't even be able to help you. My wife doesn't even give me that information, so sorry.
Bro, honestly, this is if my wife died today, I'd be homeless tomorrow.
Yeah.
I know nothing about our bills, where we pay them, who we pay them to, how much they even cost. She does all that. I'm clueless, man.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Paul said, I wish somebody would wire me money for a Motorfest. I didn't go last year because of fixed budget. I hope that isn't the case again this year because I really wanted to go in August. Hey, man, let's pray about it. Come on.
Yeah, just pray about it, bro. You never know. Somebody could bless you, man. You never know.
Ralph says, put up that picture and say I'm socially incorrect. Yeah, hey, George, this is Ralph. I'm socially incorrect. That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yep.
You know what, Ralph?
Get out of town. I didn't know you did anything creative.
Paul, do a picture. Ralph says do it. You know what you need to do, Paul? You do one, and then we'll take Ralph's, and I'll have Dave merge them together so it looks like you both are on the street corner, holding your sign together.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah. Photoshop, baby.
Oh, man. Well, anyways, guys, I'm wore out. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm tired of looking at this face all night.
Oh, burn, baby, burn.
But I love all you guys, man. We've had a good time. I love this. Someday I'm going to have a whole bunch of people over here at my house, and really do this hang out at my house kind of thing, It's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, it's good getting to see you guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Say when.
But
say when what?
But yeah.
To be on again.
Another hang time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll do it again.
God bless you guys for
God bless
serving and
God bless everybody who tuned in.
And happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't forget that's this weekend, guys. Don't forget.
Yeah, guys, don't forget
your mothers.
I am not
use the reverb
early under the bus, but don't do like Larry Brody did. So you remember it's Mother's Day. I mean, I would not tell you guys that Larry did not say that. Anybody. So just no, I'm just kidding. Me and Larry would cut it. But guys, listen, I'm hanging there for a quick second.
Love you too, Ralph.
Love you all. Ralph says, love you guys. See you at Immortal. Mine is with Jesus. Awesomeness. Ed, how's Nancy doing? I'm sure she's doing good. See Thunderbolts. I'm watching tonight. We got a lap. Let's see, a new brother in the Lord bless me with funds.
I'm having a hard time hearing you guys.
Yeah, Trey, can you turn that thing in, bro? Thank you, buddy. And anyway, so as always, thank you for watching, guys. We had a real good time, and Dave and I are going to have in a couple of weeks. We talked about this. The biggest fanboy. There's people out there that have so much band merch. So much band merch. I want to hear the stories and who your favorite bands are, where you got the stuff from. I can't remember. I met a guy at Immortal last year, and I've seen him there a couple of times. He showed me a picture of. He's got this room in his house. I think he said it's like the size of a garage or something. But you guys are all Dio fans, right? You know who Ronnie James Dio is. Well, when he did one of his tours, that Egyptian thing that sits there with the two hands and the facade thing. Well, he bought the actual one.
Oh my gosh!
The actual Dio prop. Nancy,
Wow.
thank you for all your prayers. You're welcome, Nancy. But he's got that actual prop in his house, and he's got walls and walls and walls of so many CDs and music and just band paraphernalia and stuff. We need to get that guy on here. If you're watching, man, louder, Tim, keep rocking for Jesus, brother. If you're watching, we need to get you on here. Whoever that guy was that showed me that, because it's something y'all got to see it. It's incredible. His collection is incredible.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no doubt. But Terry, Trey, Ernie, Psych finally came on. David, love all you guys, man.
Love you guys too, man.
Thank you for having me.
Again.
Love everybody watching too.
Yeah, man. And everybody watching and everybody
thanks,
all the
guys.
comments. Yeah, so hey y'all, you guys all hang on for just a minute, okay? Remember, guys, for you who are watching, thank you for all your support. Thank you for subscribing. I've talked to several people that say that they watch us all the time, but they're not subscribed. I don't know why. I get it, but if you want to subscribe, we're trying to hit that 1,000 mark.
Hit the
We're
button.
close. We're close. Yeah, just hit the button. And we
Hit
love
the
you guys.
button.
Yeah, subscribe on YouTube, like us on Facebook, all that good stuff. You guys know the drill.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. Aaron said, peace out.
Yeah, know that drill.
Dudes, wear my metalhead, guys. Don't forget your
Triac.
bro. I got to just say this. I was driving home from work, and I was really tired. And I was talking with, was that you, Dave? I think it was. He said, how you doing? I said, I'm really tired. I couldn't find my truck today. So I'm going to take a double dose, okay? But
there you go. There you go.
Hang in there for a second, guys. Hey, everybody, peace out. Is it wrong?